Let us move on to question number 32. Limit n tends to infinity, integer value of sigma 1 to n 1 by 2 raised to r. First let us take sigma 1 by 2 raised to r, where r goes from 1 to n. So this is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus etc. plus 1 by 2 raised to n. So this forms a geometric progression with common ratio 2. What is sum of n terms of a GP? A into 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n by 1 minus 1 by 2. A into 1 minus r raised to n by 1 minus r, because common ratio is less than 1. So 1 minus half is half and half gets cancelled. So 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n. Now as n tends to infinity, what happens? 1 by 2 raised to n tends to 0. Tends to 0, that means its value is approaching to 0. So 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n, so it is slightly less than 1. So what happens? Limit n tends to infinity, integer value of sigma 1 to n 1 by 2 raised to n, that becomes limit n tends to infinity, integer value of 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n. Now as n tends to infinity, 1 by 2 raised to n tends to 0, but 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n will be less than 1. So integer value will be 0. So in 1 minus is very small number, that means integer value of 0.9999 something, anyway point something, so integer value becomes 0, because this value is less than 1. When the value is less than 1, lies between 0 and 1, integer value will be 0, so limit of the function becomes 0. So just this is a main step, 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n, and 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n is slightly less than 1, because 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n. So the value will be slightly less than 1, so that integer value becomes 0. So just go through the steps, understand it, then we'll come back with the next problem.